Alright, family, we about to go live. We about to go live. We about to go live. Oh, man. Energy is high. I'm feeling good. Alright, we about to get it popping. Bear in there with us for a minute. It's King Thunder.
Hello people, my name is Thunder. Be sure to put the king in front. I went on top of win for the sake of how many rings I won. So I get the gist of it, struggling, I got sick of it. So now I'm my height for the fact my family can benefit. Rage of all this righteousness, soaking up this enlightenment. I'm happy but finding the feeling of this exciting shit. Pedals get that on fire, creating my kind of mental lapse. Like knowledge causes my learning to bridge the mental gap. Even if no weapon is near me, I know my mind is strapped. Twins of evolution, I'm a horse, a scope, and the sign is back. PD parties for failure, don't ever give me. And trust me, I forgive for whatever some people did to me. I searched and found it in souls. My haters drowned. It was awful for me to see, but I'm never the one to challenge. I'm knocking them off their balance. I'm thinking I need to count my circle connected and it's well-rounded. Plus I'm split it.
Bear with us for a couple more seconds. We got a few more things to line up. We up and we popping.
People who vibe the same as me. I changed my life and things that I wanted. Your blood changed me. You say that I'm way too relaxed and I'm a lame, but we notice that I don't care cause there ain't no way I'm ashamed of me. I came from the bottom, no problems cause I've been there for her. My lady wanted to clean up this money and we gon' share the chore. Ain't no hoes in this policy, it's an open door. For anybody stronger than bitches minded for one more. Traded funds for money to stack at different rates. Body moves the same mind, running much at different pace. Sit alone, smoke my mental was in a different space. Headed out of town, I catch niggas on different dates. Walk with love and I'm golden, so I embrace the gates. Hope people love me while living before it get too late. Power in my soul and my spirit enhances more of me. I'm blessed, but at this moment, more importantly, I'm smarter than most.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Alright, family, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Those of you that's on the journey, you know what it is. I'm not streaming on all these channels. Oh, no. I'm not doing that like that here on Gye-Nyame Journey. This the pre-roll. Just to let y'all know, come join us over at GNJ.media. Let me top it up in here so that y'all know. Come over and join us at GNJ. Let me put it in so that you can click it. Come and join us over at. That's right. Come join us in the land of Gye-Nyame. We ain't playing. Sick of playing. Everybody else in the world serious. And I gotta be playing. I'm playing no goddamn games. I ain't never been a good loser. That's the fact. It's about to go down here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Let's get it. Click the link, family. Click the link. GNJ.media. Gye-Nyame.media. Let me start moving. We're moving. We shutting them down. We shutting the other channels down as we get busy. We're about to get busy and open up these lines. We're going to open up the black lines. Let me make sure the chat is open here for us. The chat is open. Okay, the chat is open. Tribal quote 624. Gye-Nyame date 62421-5. Damn right, keep it all the way live. Right, so let's get it. Alright, so let me open up the phone lines. I'm gonna open up the lines because y'all know we are on tribal quotes. I am tired. I did about 2 miles. Did a little 2-mile run. Trying to get back in shape. That's what we doing around these parts. That's what we doing here at Gye-Nyame. Trying to get back in shape. You know, and it appears that I wasn't never really out of shape. It just was lazy. Got up, ran, and running, and jumping, and climbing. Like, damn. Didn't know it was this easy. I known it was this easy, but it never stopped. But there's a reason I stopped. There's a reason I start. Now, for those who want to join us on Telegram, you can hit us at t.me/GNJ Tribe. There you go, right there. You can join us at t.me/GNJ Tribe. You go and click that in, and every morning I'm sending out a message to let you know we starting. Now I'm not going. That's not as explicit, you know, because like the people that sign up for the email list get a proverb every day. You know what I'm saying? They get little drops from me every now and then. I'm trying to activate the troops. The rest of Gye-Nyame is going to start contributing to the family because we are going to be. We're moving. Like, we have to build up to a point. We have to build up to a point where we can raise the funds to actually employ somebody. I actually want to go for 2 people. I need 2 people working on Gye-Nyame business 24/7 because Gye-Nyame business is our community business. It makes no sense for black consciousness to have been as active in Columbus as it has been for this many years, and we not have representatives working for us full time outside of Brother Hatem. Hold on. Who upstairs screaming? Sasha, come here. I mean, screaming and shit. I got to, father all the time. Why you up there screaming? Who was that?
No one.
What you mean, no one?
I was just doing this.
All right, cool. It sounds like a scream. Gones. Screams are for danger, baby, not for play. All right. So, we got a few things we got to talk about, and of course, we're gonna break out these proverbs. But I have something I have to show y'all. So let me do this. Let's go over here. Let's do this.
Minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your history, you lose your power, minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your faith, you lose your power, If it is to be, it's up to me, I feel good about myself, I feel good about the people around me, I feel goodness all around me, and it will follow me for the rest of my life, I'd like to call on the ancestors and the Creator to watch over us as we do this African pledge. I pledge allegiance to my people.
I pledge allegiance to my people.
The African race.
The African race.
The original man and woman of the planet Earth.
The original man and woman of the planet Earth.
And the founders of civilization.
And the founders of civilization.
I pledge to continue to struggle.
I pledge to continue to struggle.
Which will help to bring my beloved brothers and sisters.
Which will help to bring my beloved brothers and sisters
to total freedom.
to total freedom.
I pledge to study and discipline.
Excuse me, I'm back.
I pledge to study and discipline myself.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Because my people need grow up to be a soldier for justice.
So I may grow into a soldier for justice.
Because my people need
Strong and intelligent warriors.
Because my people need strong and intelligent warriors.
I pledge to live my life standing tall.
I pledge to live my life standing tall.
For a person on his knees is not respected.
For a person on his knees is not respected.
If I am challenged,
If I am challenged,
What's up? We back. We back in the house. Let me make sure the call lines are open. Make sure the call line. Let me clear some of this stuff out. We got a few things we need to talk about a little bit. Let's open up the lines. We had the lines open up last night, but I forgot to check them. We was having such a good time, you know. Brother Kwame wanted to get in, and he wanted, you know, not enough USB controller resources. The controller does not have enough resources for this device. What device are you talking about? God damn it, stop it. Whatever you don't have enough for, stop. That's all I can say. Telling me, don't tell me. I ain't trying to hear it. Make it happen. That's how we do it here at Gye-Nyame. Make it happen. Just make it happen. Make it happen. That's what you got to do. You got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. Got to make it happen. Got to make it happen. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. All right, let's see. Oh, they're going to make me. All right. Let me refresh. All right. Let me see, because they're going to pop that up on me again. All right. So, first thing I want to cover real quick before they block me out again. So, as you know, Gye-Nyame, we're going to be getting into distributing Irish moss or sea moss, right? So I'm going to be talking about that. But one of the things I want to get back into for just a second is the connection between the gut and the brain. Because at the beginning, when we started this journey, as far as this part right here, one of the key pieces that got it started was that ambrosia. You know, got my own little recipe for a drink. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to create something that wasn't sugar based. I wanted to create something that was alive and something that was nutritious for my people. I looked at wine, but of course you can't get the baby's wine. I end up going to jail, even though, you know, homegrown wine and beer is some of the healthiest shit you could possibly get, but people, you know, you don't know that because people get drunk and, you know. But anyway, so I couldn't do the wine. So I found out about kombucha, and I'm like, okay, cool, but it's sugar. I wanted to use if I wanted to do it, I want to do more of a fructose. I want to do a natural sugar. I want to do something that, you know, wasn't processed. So kombucha is made with black tea and honey. So I started doing my research, and I found out there is a brand of kombucha called June that is made with green tea and honey. Same process, two different products. Honey, I believe, is a lot better for you than sugar, even though some people like all sweeteners are bad, blah, 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 fructose, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a mixture between fructose and sucrose. Fructose and fruit, the fruit sugar in it. So it's in between. Long history with our people and all people loving it. But I didn't want the pasteurized honey. I wanted the natural honey. I wanted honey that could crystallize. I wanted raw honey with the live enzymes and all with the live bacteria and yeast in it. I wanted the live honey, so that I could ferment the honey and the green tea using what's called a SCOBY, symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, to help it in this process, protected in this process of fermentation. Fermentation is basically bacteria and yeast basically digesting and transforming the green tea and the honey, once you mix them up right, transforming them into something else, transforming them into what we call that ambrosia, retaining all the health benefits of the green tea and the honey, and making them more bioavailable. So we got that. But the only issue is I can't ship that all over, you know what I'm saying? Even if I was a cold packet, first off, it's big. You know what I'm saying? I could do the small bottles, but then I'll have to keep those bottles cold, and it would be a little bit harder. I said, cool. I got to come up with something else. So I'm hearing about sea moss for the last few years. Sea moss, Irish moss. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't get with it too much because people, the alkaline, in our community, we went through this whole alkaline shit, you know. Your body needs to be alkaline. You know what I'm saying? I'm making an acid. Shit. I like acid. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, acid is spicy. You know what I'm saying? I like acid. You know, actually, what I liked is balance, because I understood that too much acid, of course, is bad for you, of course. But also too much alkaline could be absolutely bad for you, because it's certain processes in your body that requires your body to be alkaline. There's certain processes that your body requires to be acidic. So your body works on a balance, right? So I'm like, boom, all right, how can I get this balance? How can I get the people to balance? So if ambrosia is fermented, and I take this fermented product and I use it with this sea moss, which provides fiber, which is something that we are really lacking. We are really lacking in our community. See, because first off, I understand that there's a lot of sickness in our community because of the breakdown of our microbiome. We're not feeding our microbiome. We are not getting enough fiber. For example, we're heavy on the fruit juices. Like for a long time, we was going through juices, and people was just juicing up stuff and throwing away the stuff after you juice it. But that's the fiber that your body needs to really make that sugar work. Other than that, you just taking straight sugar. It's like, it's just sugar now. Sugar water. That's all it is. Because it comes from an orange, don't make it any healthier. You understand what I'm saying? The fiber is what makes that type of sugar useful to us. Right? So I said, cool. So if you take Irish moss or sea moss and you put it in water, it swells up. And you could grind it down and you could formulate and make gel. So I was wondering, I said, what if I was to use, look at that. I said, what if I was to use that ambrosia with the sea moss? See how that going. So right now, I'm doing some trials right now. And those of you that's in the family that want to try it out, by all means, hit Brother Hatim up. I got a free, while supplies last, I got free bottles. I'm passing it out to family. I want you to test it out. You know what I'm saying? I got that ambrosia mixed in with the sea moss, right? Blend it down to where you could just take your spoon, put it in there, mix it into a smoothie, a meal skipper. You know what I'm saying? So that you can start losing weight, get your body together. Because we're about to talk about this shit real quick. Then also, I got a little extra honey in there for you. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. So that you can have a little bit of sweetness. And if you just want to just eat it straight out the jar, you can. Getting that fiber and getting all of those minerals and some of those vitamins and nutrients that is provided by the sea moss, as well as the stuff that's provided by the green tea and that raw honey and that fermenting process, family, all in one. I'm calling it the food of the gods, right? The food of the gods. But anyway, I'm gonna put that down. Get back to it in a second. So now, what I wanted to talk about real quick was let me go and share my screen. The gut and brain connection, because a lot of us don't. And you know, I was stressing this, and this is what really got me into this, because people around me, and I keep telling y'all, people around me started getting autoimmune diseases. Autoimmune. I'm sitting up here. What is this? My people's bodies. So it's not. It isn't bad enough that, you know, we getting our ass beat by white supremacy. Now our own bodies are turning on us. Crohn's disease and irritable bowel syndrome and diabetes and all this shit. Our bodies are turning on us. What the hell is going on? So let's look at it. The gut and brain connection. And people don't understand the importance of the gut and the gut bacteria, or what is called the microbiome. And it's bigger than just bacteria and yeast in your goddamn belly. Alright? Pay attention to your gut and brain connection. It may contribute to your anxiety and digestion problems. The gut-brain connection. Let me go back. This is a disease and conditions. This from Harvard Health Publishing, Harvard Medical School. Okay, I don't trust them. But anyway, the gut-brain connection is no joke. It can link anxiety to stomach problems and vice versa. Have you ever had a gut-wrenching experience? Do certain situations make you feel nauseous? Have you ever felt butterflies in your stomach? We use these expressions for a reason. The gastrointestinal tract is sensitive to emotions, anger, anxiety, sadness, elation. All of these feelings and others can trigger symptoms in the gut. The brain has a direct effect on the stomach and intestines. For example, the very thought of eating can release the stomach juices before food gets there. This connection goes both ways. A troubled intestines can send signals to the brain, just as a troubled brain can send signals to the gut. So there is a strong relationship between our gut and our brain. Therefore, a person's stomach or intestinal disease or distress can be the cause or the product of anxiety, stress, or depression. That's because the brain and the gastrointestinal GI system are intimately connected. This is especially true in cases where a person experiences gastrointestinal upsets with no obvious physical cause. For such functional GI disorders, it is difficult to try to heal a distressed gut without considering the role of stress and emotions. Gut health and anxiety. Now, this is not exactly what I wanted to cover, but it's close enough. Talking about brain, the gut-brain connection, Hopkins Medical. Look, see, these are legitimate groups that's looking at stuff that we've been talking about for years. At least here on the journey. Hopkins Medicine Organization, Healthline, the gut-brain connection, how it works, and the role. Let's see what Healthline say. And the role of what? And the role of nutrition. Look, I got the acceptor. Have you ever had a gut feeling? See, oh Lord, have mercy. This is the same one. All right, here we go. Check this out. I want to get here. The vagus nerve and nervous system. Well, let's just go up here. Let's just start from the beginning. Have you ever had a gut feeling or butterflies in your stomach? These sensations emanating from your belly suggest that your brain and gut are connected. What's more, recent studies show that your brain affects your gut health, and your gut may even affect your brain health. It ain't may. Your gut does affect. You know what I'm saying? There are studies that show how many of our decisions are influenced by our gut, by the microorganisms in our gut. Some of the food addictions that we have, some of the drug addictions that we have are driven by microorganisms inside of us. This is why I'm talking about the fiber. This is why I'm talking about getting healthy bacteria and yeast inside of us, stuff that's going to work for us, right? And it's something that we can control. The sea moss that I have it comes from a black owned company. So it's sourced through a black company. We get it. We do what we do to it using all of our ingredients. Of course, we don't have the beehives yet. You know, we working on that. We don't have the land for the water yet. We ain't working on that. We got to get a connection for some green tea. We working on it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, we have a product that could possibly become a staple, at least here in Columbus. See, my issue is I'm not concerned like other people. We need to get super big. We want to sell 1 million. No. I would be happy if we were able to do 1,000 bottles right here in Columbus. 1,000 bottles a month. Right here in Columbus. Right here in Columbus. Right here in Central Ohio. Because I'm telling y'all, once we get the products and once we get the stuff along with this and the courses and all that flowing, and we're able to have people that's working for us, y'all gonna see some major changes around the city. These sensations emanating from your belly suggest that your brain and gut are connected. Your brain and your gut. More recent studies show that your brain affects your gut health, and your gut may even affect your brain health. The communication system between your gut and brain is called the gut-brain axis. This article explores the gut-brain axis and foods that are beneficial to its health. The gut-brain axis is a term of the communication network that connects your gut and brain. These two organs are connected both physically and biochemically in a number of different ways. The vagus nerve and nervous system. Neurons are cells found in your brain and central nervous system that tell your body how to behave. There are approximately 100 billion neurons in your human brain. But hold on. Interestingly, your gut contains 500 million neurons, which are connected to your brain through your nerves and your nervous system. So you have neurons in your system. We talked about this years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Neurons in your gut that are connected directly to your brain. The vagus nerve is one of the biggest nerves connected to your gut and brain. It sends signals in both directions. For example, in animal studies, stress inhibits the signals sent through the vagus nerve and also causes gastrointestinal problems. Similar, one study in humans found that people with irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease had reduced vagal tone, indicating a reduced function of the vagus nerve. What type of stuff could be going on in the oppression? Dealing with the shit that black folks deal with? Could that affect your stomach, your nervous system, and your brain and cause a leaky gut, which also leads to a leaky brain? Come on, family. An interesting study in mice found that feeding them a probiotic reduced the amount of stress hormones in their blood. However, when their vagus nerve was cut, the probiotic had no effect. This suggests that the vagus nerve is important in the gut-brain axis and its role in stress. Neurotransmitters. Your gut and brain are also connected through chemicals called neurotransmitters. There are neurotransmitters in your gut. So, what controls the neurotransmitters in the gut? Neurotransmitters produced in the brain control feelings and emotions. For example, neurotransmitter serotonin contributes to feelings of happiness and also helps control your body clock. Interestingly, many of these neurotransmitters are also produced by your gut cells. So they're produced in the gut, not in the brain, in the gut, in your gut cells, and the trillions of microbes living there. A large proportion of serotonin is produced where? in the gut. The gut microbes also produce a neurotransmitter called gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, which helps control feelings of fear and anxiety. Studies in laboratory mice have shown that certain probiotics can increase the production of GABA and reduce anxiety and depression-like behaviors. Gut microbes make other chemicals that affect the brain. The trillions of microbes that live in your gut also make other chemicals that affect how your brain works. Didn't I tell y'all that the gut influences the brain? The gut affects the brain. They said might. The gut is producing neurotransmitters. What does the gut need with neurotransmitters? The neurotransmitters is to control the brain. Now it's talking about these microorganisms producing serotonin, which brings joy, which they can produce when you eat certain foods, because these microbes want certain foods. So right now, what's probably happening in your life is you got microbes inside of your gut that are not working for your best interest, but working for their best interest. They're working for white supremacy, even the microbes in your belly. You better get those conscious. Listen, you better get over here and get some of these conscious probiotics. This is that conscious shit. It's going to work for you. It's going to work for you. It's going to help kick out those white supremacist microbes in your belly that's controlling you, that's got you on them ho-hos and Twinkies and all that other shit. Hold on. Your gut microbes produce lots of short-chain fatty acids, such as butyrate, propionate, and acetate. They make SCFA by digesting fiber. Didn't I say fiber? SCFA affects brain function in a number of ways, such as reducing appetite. So you can use that as a meal replacement. One study found that consuming propionate can reduce food intake and reduce the activity in the brain related to reward from high energy food. Another SCFA butyrate and microbes that produce it are also important for forming a barrier between the brain and the blood, which is called the blood-brain barrier, which a lot of us we don't understand. Once we start getting this leaky gut stuff, once the gut barrier starts breaking, we got leaky gut, we got stuff leaking through our guts because of our diet, right? Because of the poisons that's in our environment, because of what we're eating. You know what I'm saying? What we're eating that our bodies are not really designed to eat. Once we start leaking down in our gut, we also start leaking in this brain, this blood-brain barrier. But I'm just saying, gut microbes also metabolize bile acid and amino acid to produce other chemicals that affect the brain. Didn't I say something about we need acids? Just saying. Bile acids are chemicals made by the liver that are normally involved in absorbing dietary fats. However, they may also affect the brain. 2 studies in mice found that stress and social disorders reduce the production of bile acid by gut bacteria and alter the genes involved in their production. Gut microbes affect inflammation. Inflammation. Right? What is inflammation? Your gut-brain axis is also connected to the immune system. I wonder where a majority of your immune system is. Gut and gut microbes play an important role in your immune system. What? We told y'all that here at Gye-Nyame. And inflammation by controlling what is passed into the body and what is excreted. If your immune system is switched on for too long, it can lead to inflammation, or in a sense, swelling up. You know what I'm saying? Your body kind of swells up and tenses up, and a lot of energy is used to fight off other things. Or if your body is broken, if it's not getting what it needs, sometimes it go to war against itself, which is called an autoimmune disease. which is associated with a number of brain disorders like depression and Alzheimer's disease. If your immune system is switched on for too long. Now remember, a lot of us, we under stress all the time. Stress can cause your immune system to stay on. But anyway, we got this long word here. We're going to try it. Lipopolysaccharides. Little pieces of shit. That's one of these doctors called it. Lipopolysaccharides. He said that's what it is. Little pieces of shit is an inflammatory toxin made by certain bacteria. It can cause inflammation if too much of it passes from the gut into the blood. He said basically these are little pieces of shit that are floating around, and if they get in your blood, your immune system is going to start acting on it, and it's going to start attacking it, and may attack you. This can happen when the gut barrier becomes leaky, which allows bacteria and the little pieces of shit to cross over into the blood, or the LPS. Bacteria shit, that's all it is. Inflammation and high LPS in the blood have been associated with a number of brain disorders, including severe depression, dementia, and schizophrenia. Family. Severe depression, schizophrenia, dementia, forgetting shit. We got a whole bunch of people in our community right now that are suffering from inflammation and high LPS, or bacteria, little pieces of shit floating in their blood. Every last one of us on this broadcast probably right now could identify somebody in our life that is suffering from some type of depression, some form of dementia, or something moving towards dementia, and some goddamn schizophrenia. Right? I know all of y'all got those cousins or those friends in your life that, all is dark. They might not say it like that. All is dark. I don't know how I'm feeling like this. And you only could do small doses of them, because when you go around, you feel like taking a knife and just killing yourself, or just here, let me just kill you and just take you out your goddamn misery. I don't even go around people like that. They be on the short list. I just wanted to say hi. Hold on, don't start talking. I missed you, and I just wanted to say hi. Dementia, motherfuckers forgetting shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just severe memory loss. Hint. I know you're listening. God damn it. Hint. Little pieces of shit floating in your blood. And schizophrenia. Come on, family. And let's describe some of that. Right? Let's think about this. Any of y'all got those friends? Right? And sometimes the idea is just too goddamn big. I mean, they go from doing absolutely nothing to the idea is just humongous. What's that? I'm just saying. Listen. I'm not saying we got a cure, but we got a step. Because I'm experimenting right now. Inflammation and high LPS in blood have been associated with a number of brain disorders, including severe depression, dementia, and schizophrenia. Summary. Your gut and brain are connected physically through millions of nerves, most importantly the vagus nerve. The gut and its microbes also control inflammation and make many different compounds that can affect brain health. Prebiotics, prebiotics, and gut-brain axis. Gut bacteria affects brain health. So changing your gut bacteria may improve your brain health. Probiotics are live bacteria that impart health benefits if eaten. However, not all probiotics are the same. Probiotics that affect the brain are often referred to as psychobiotics. Wow. Some probiotics have been shown to improve symptoms of stress, anxiety, and depression. One small study of people with irritable bowel syndrome and a mild to moderate anxiety or depression found that taking a probiotic called Bifidobacterium longum NCC3001 for 6 weeks significantly improved symptoms. Prebiotics, which are typically fibers that are fermented by your gut bacteria, may also affect your brain health. So there's a fermenting process that's actually happening inside of you. So you take prebiotics because your body can't digest it, but you take the prebiotics for the microorganism inside yourself so that you can feed the healthy ones. And they sit up there and they make their own wine. They down there partying. You want them to be happy. And if they're happy, guess what they help you become? Playing that Marvin Gaye down in your belly. You know what I'm saying? One study found that taking prebiotics called saccharides for 3 weeks significantly reduced the amount of stress hormones in the body called cortisols. Now, they give these things big names and shit, but I bet you there's some basic shit that you can take. I wonder if there's any prebiotics in this. I know some probiotics, because that ambrosia. Probiotic! Wonder if there's any prebiotics in this. Fiber? Because you know that's what fiber does. Fiber not only helps push the shit out, but fiber feeds your microbiome. Some probiotics that affect the brain are also called psychobiotics. Both probiotics and prebiotics have been shown to reduce levels of anxiety, stress, and depression. What foods help the gut-brain axis? Few groups of foods are specifically beneficial to the gut-brain axis. Here are some of the most important ones. Omega-3 fats. These fats are found in oily fish, oils, oily fish, and also in high quantities in the human brain. Studies in human and animals show that omega-3s can increase good bacteria in gut and reduce risk of brain disorders. Fermented foods. So you don't say. Fermented? Wonder what the hell fermented foods they talking? What they talking about when they say fermented food? I don't know. Fermented foods: yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and cheese all contain healthy microbes such as lactic acid. Lactic acid? Lactic acid? I heard that somewhere. Lactic acid bacteria. Fermented foods have been shown to alter brain activity. So you don't say. Just wondering. Okay. High fiber foods. Whole grains, nuts, seeds, fruits, and vegetables all contain prebiotic fibers that are good for your gut bacteria. Prebiotics can reduce stress hormones in the human body. Now, this is the issue with some of that. Because we already did our little talk about this glyphosate shit. Right? So we got to figure out how to start pushing. And I'm looking into something right now that I found out that helps push glyphosate up out your system. We ain't fucking around. Now, one thing that I'm using right now is Biomedic by Purium. Pretty good. But there's some other stuff too. And I'm sitting up here, let's look at this. Got polyphenol rich foods. Cocoa. I think I'll throw that in that coffee we be drinking. We got that Coke. Green tea, Olive oil. I bet you palm oil is in that list, but they won't put that on there because, we could corner that market if they did, right? Olive oil and coffee, all contain polyphenols. which are plant chemicals that are digested by your gut bacteria. Polyphenols increase healthy gut bacteria and may improve cognition. Cocoa, green tea. Green tea. Wonder where I heard that shit before. Polyphenols, huh? Let's see. Tryptophan rich foods. Tryptophan is an amino acid that is converted into the neurotransmitter serotonin. Foods that are high in tryptophan include turkey, eggs, and cheese. So you say amino acids, huh? For real? You think so? You mean like in Bragg's? Or the Super Aminos 23? You mean like Bragg's? Aminos? Amino acids? Like the Bragg sauce that a lot of us like? And cheese is a fermented food. A number of foods such as oily fish, fermented foods, and high fiber foods may help increase the beneficial bacteria in your gut and improve brain health. That's why I'm so goddamn sharp. Lord have mercy. The bottom line. Let's look at the bottom line. The gut-brain axis refers to the physical and chemical connection between your gut and brain. Millions of nerves and neurons run between your gut and brain. Neurotransmitters and other chemicals produced in your gut also affect your brain. By altering the type of bacteria in your gut, it may be possible to improve your brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids, fermented foods, probiotics, and other polyphenol-rich foods may improve your gut health, which may benefit the gut-brain axis. And some of the research that I'm stumbling on right now, family, but I'm gonna stop. Let's get into folk tale of the day. Folk tales. We got the Uber cop. We got the line open, 614-556-4535. Once again, that number is 614-556-4535. Let me see. All right. We're going to pull it up out of where we left off last week. Where my pen at? Can't keep nothing around here. Let me see. I have to go by memory now. Here we go. Y'all ready? Proverb 1. If we repeating, we just repeating. Say the knowledge holders. Childhood is the phase for discovery of energy, for the naming of energy. That's number 1. Say the knowledge holders. Pencil, I see the pencil run. I can't keep a pen. It's almost like it's a sin for me to have anything to write with around this joint. The whole world just turns on it. Oh, you got a pen? Nah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let me mark. David, my marker. Now, nobody, I'm the only one to write with the marker. The damn marker is dry. Goddamn shit. Not even a dry erase marker. Dry. Why? So, second one, say the knowledge holder. Childhood is the phase for the guiding of energy, for the first preparation for the use of energy. Ooh. Y'all don't think y'all ready for this today. Say the knowledge holder. Childhood is the phase for the guiding of energy, for the first preparation for the use of energy. And the last one, say the knowledge holders, initiation is the lure to mastery. Initiation is the lure to mastery. So the first two, we're talking about childhood and how we as a people view childhood. Right? Now, once again, going back to what I talked about this morning, right? About the big lie that's being told out here, about the big lie that all of y'all being fed right now, right? Because you got to work hard to get up earlier and grind, and nobody can run farther and harder than you. A crock of bullshit. All of it. All of it. All of it. Because all of us know people that was excellent at something, but there's always somebody better, or maybe better in a different area that allowed them to grow. Many of us may have had the experience, because I know a lot of y'all get caught up in your shit, but many of you may have grown up with people who was possibly better than Michael Jordan. Better than LeBron. You do know there was people better than LeBron James. Some of y'all old enough to remember that shit. Right? I remember coming up, and I love Bruce Lee. But one of the things I would never say was that Bruce Lee was the best martial artist in the world. I loved his movies. But I've been in too many fights to say that one man was the best that could beat anybody. That was some bullshit. So for people to sit up here and to blow smoke up your ass to make you think that you're going to be able to work and be able to beat everybody at everything, to be the most motivated, and just by getting up earlier and working harder in America. Nah, dog, you need to invest your time in building yourself a team, building yourself a tribe. And this is the way we looked at child rearing. Listen to the first one. Say the knowledge of childhood is the phase for discovery of energy, for the naming of energy. The discovery of energy and the naming of energy. The discovery of energy. When something is discovered, this means there's a thing that's there, and there's something outside of that thing that looks at it and discovers it or sees it for the first time. That's discover. That's something that happens. There's someone outside that's discovering that energy, that's discovering that talent, and for something to be named. That's something that's happening from the outside. Now, of course, there's things happening on the inside of the child. Right? The child is discovering things about himself, as well as his community is discovering things about him and him or her, and discovering. Right? They're discovering. The group outside the child is discovering stuff about the child, and the child is discovering things. And the naming. Childhood is the phase for the discovery of energy, for the name of the energy. The discovering of energy requires mistakes, requires you to be able to be in an environment that's safe enough for you to explore. Unfortunately, many of us, being black in America, being black in the world, really, but at least in America, I can speak from where I'm at, we were allotted very few mistakes. Childhood is time of discovery. Childhood is the phase for the discovery of energy. So I really didn't have time to explore. And the thing that I'm trying to make sure is that the young people around me have time to explore. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I, you know, and you know, I know some of my parents don't like me because, you know, so many of us are so in a hurry to force our children to get jobs. I'm not on that shit. Let me tell you why. Because after high school and after my child decides to leave me, he gonna have to work the rest of his goddamn life. Either he's gonna have to find it and make it happen, or he's gonna have to get out here and do it for somebody else. He got his whole life to work. Right now, he need to be discovering energy, and I and other people within his community need to make it possible for our children to be out here discovering shit. But that takes a community. That's not an individual thing. See, because now we could guide it and we could protect it. Cleveland been out discovering this shit. I've been able to protect Cleve, protect him from himself, protect him from some of his own inclinations and shit. And he might not even know I'm saving his ass. Or his uncle saving his ass. Or his other uncle saving his ass. Or his big brother saving his ass. Childhood is the phase for discovering of energy and for the naming of energy. Not only for the child, but for the community. Naming, when you name something, you get power over it. When we name our children, see, because I want you to think about this. When you come through the rites of passage, you know, I mean, in the traditional sense, when you're born, your family gives you a name. But when you come through the rites of passage, especially as a man, you receive your man name. And you receive that from the womb of the community. The woman is the womb of the family, right? The womb of the community. That's where men are born. Men are born there. I said it in a certain way a while ago. And I just got to remember. But it's through the rites of passage that men are born. All right? And that is the womb of society. Right? Men have to be pushed through that. And in that they receive a name. Often different than the one that they carried as a young person. As a matter of fact, in order for the man to live, the boy must die. Kind of harsh, though, right? Said in Knowledge Holders, childhood is a phase for the guiding of energy, for the first preparation for the use of energy. Once again, that goes back to that tribal thing, that goes back to that family thing, creating those great individuals. Because that individual ain't guiding themselves. Childhood is a phase for the guiding of energy. Energy need to be guided. It needs to be guided. And it's prepared for the use of energy. The preparation for the use. So that child is being guided. See, once again, that's not an individual thing. This is not the child guiding himself. The child is not supposed to guide himself. The child is supposed to be guided by the community, by the tribe, by the family. Because the child is representing something bigger than itself. So it's always, so in this growth, it's always, not only physically is it growing up, but morally, emotionally, and spiritually, it's growing. It's literally going up. I have goals I have to meet. I have responsibilities I have to meet. It's being guided. And this possibly is some of the issues that we have in our community right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it says, childhood is the phase for the guide of energy. Are we guiding energy or are other people guiding the energy? See, because the energy need to be guided for the betterment of their community, for the betterment of their tribe, for the betterment of their people. Is that what our children are being guided towards? Is the state testing preparing them to serve you, to serve us? I mean, we got to have a real talk around here. Right? Because everywhere else is we're not having real talk. We're not having real talk about what's needed and what's supposed to be happening. Childhood is the phase for the guiding energy. Who is guiding the energy of our children? And where are they guiding it to? Are they guiding it to a place that's going to serve us? Or are they guiding it to a place that's going to serve them? Are we guiding the energy? Are we creating places where in the childhood phase, childhood is the phase for discovery, and are we providing spaces where they could discover the energy and we could discover what they are able to do? Are we providing a place for the naming of that energy and the placing? Because when you name it, you define it. Naming is defining. Naming ain't just giving it something that's cute. You're defining it. In Capoeira, we will be given by our master, right? War names. When you go into the holder, you go in to the holder with your war name. I don't go in as Hatim. I go in as my war name. I go in with my magic name. In secret societies, you don't go in as who you are. You go in with your society name, with your magic name. So now, family, in your tribe, what is your name? What is your war name? What is your magic name? What is your tribal name? If you don't have that, you might not be real, fam. Because they even got, listen, this is basic shit. Because let me tell you, now I ain't even going to say it's basic. This is some deep shit. And it's so deep that many of the people in the street, many of our children in the street that we would look at and be like, and we're turning nose up at them, they already know this shit. They know that when little Leroy come to them, little Leroy can't operate in the streets with them as little Leroy. So little Leroy has to be guided. Hold on. Childhood is a phase of discovery. What are you good at, little Leroy? When you find out what little Leroy is good at, then you name him. You guide the energy. You help the energy discover. You give him a safe place or a dangerous place or a place where he could discover or she could discover their energy. And then we name it. So when he go home, he hear Leroy, hey Leroy, come here. Boom. He is in a different mind state. But then when he out in the street, he hear another name. He's in a different mindset. His magic name. His war name. But our young boys know this. Our street organizations know this. But a lot of you scholars don't know this. A lot of you people who've been studying history don't know this. Y'all so deep into your paperwork, into your books, that you're missing life. Just saying. God damn. It's not that hard. So knowledge holders, childhood is the phase for guiding of energy. Childhood. You know what I'm saying? Family. We got to infiltrate the schools. Any school that has over 85% black, we need to take over. We need to take over the parent-teacher conference. We need to take over the board. We need to be part of the guiding committee. We need to be part of the curriculum committee. We need to be bringing in our scholars. We need to be bringing in our books. We need hell with that. 51%. Any school district that has 51% black, we need to be running that shit. Unashamedly black. Just saying. It's money there. Why the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's get the curriculum. Let's set it off. Let's the next 2 generations that come out will make up the lost ground that my generation and generation before me fucked over. They'll gain back double it. We could go right now. We could dedicate ourselves to that. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, we ain't going to be able to do that part-time. Last but not least, setting on our shoulders, and I'm done. Initiation is the lure to mastery. Initiation is just the beginning. Initiation whets your appetite. Initiation kind of tricks you into going to another level. How many of us are offering some type of initiation to the next level for some of our people? What do you think? Hold on, what's a master's degree? It's an initiation. And in most cases, it's a lure to take you, to get you to desire the next level. They even know that. We got access to so much wisdom and so much knowledge, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just, it's almost like we're holding back. We're holding back. We're standing back. And it's almost like waiting for the perfect time. Waiting for the perfect beat. When it never comes. The perfect beat never comes. The perfect time never comes. The perfect amount of money never comes. We got to make it with what we got. Got to make it. Shit, we kind of still in it. We kind of still in the childhood phase. We still trying to get named. We still trying to discover who the fuck we are. But nobody called in. I'm about to get up. All right, family. I want to thank y'all. I don't even know if anybody here. Let's see. All right, some people here. It says we got 4. I don't know how accurate that is, though. But all right, family. But yo, I'm up. I'm out. Y'all have a great night. Peace. Move out the way. Why they keep, I don't know why they do that. They keep having shit pop up.